Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel.
This is Movie Podcast.
Yeah, the VNR movie
Vietnam Movie
podcast.
Podcast.
I know it's been a little while since you've seen us, but
Yes,
we've had
we have.
scheduling conflicts. We've had other commitments. We've had
Yes, pretty much
trying
we
to
did.
come up
Yes.
with ideas. You should be able to hear and see us, or I mean
Yes.
hear us, but not see us because I'm trying this different setup with our episodes,
Yes.
which means I could never mind. I don't want to say anything that I might
Nah.
regret. Yeah, so yeah, but in the meantime, we've still been I've still been uploading episode, clips from our previous episodes to keep the engagement up, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. I do apologize.
Yeah, you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
Since our last episode, I think we've actually gained a subscriber.
Yes, I'm really. Ooh.
Yeah, so thank you for number 11. Well, will our 11th subscriber please stand up?
Yeah, please stand up.
Yeah,
Guys.
please stand up.
Please stand. Yes, we command you to rise up.
Yeah, so for this episode we are talking about some movies. We've each picked 3 movies.
Yes, we did.
Movies that we consider to be underrated.
Yes.
We may not consider these to be like the greatest films of all time, but
Fine,
these are
but
movies that I've regarded as we think these movies deserve a better reputation than they have.
yeah, pretty much.
And we each picked 3, and we're gonna talk about them.
Yes, we're going to talk about the films, like how much you think we love them, like how, you know what I mean, like this express how it's like, it's changing how why you like them, you know what I mean, like it's just tell me how you like express your feelings about the movie and how it came into your life, just how it affects you, how it just like impact your life, that movie that you like so that you like.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we'll just start with the first one then, which is
Yes.
the one, two, three,
Blue.
which I think is this one. We're going with you first, I think. No,
Oh,
no,
really?
another one, yeah. And this is the first movie we're talking about, Hook.
Hook.
Yep,
Hook.
directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yes, you did know
Okay,
that.
this is one of his least acclaimed films.
But it was so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, for whatever reason. For so for the purposes of this episode, I think I'll just allow me to pull some of its review scores.
Yes, I
So
just loved it.
yeah, so on.
Didn't it?
Hold on, I have the
Didn't
scores.
it?
Hold on,
Yeah, you go.
hold on, I have the scores right here. So
Yeah.
on IMDb it is rated a 6.8. Which isn't abysmal.
Yes.
People like it. On Rotten
Yes.
Tomatoes,
Then.
it's rated 29%.
Yes.
Yeah, which is pretty rotten. Sorry.
What did it make on the box office?
Hold on. Now we're up to Metacritic.
Yes.
Metacritic, it has a score of 52%, which also isn't that great.
Yes.
As for its box office, it was produced on a budget of 70 million, and it grossed 300 million at the box office worldwide.
Yeah.
So even though the review scores weren't great, it was a pretty successful movie.
Yes. But everyone says now, like, I miss Robert Williams. Like, it just says in his face.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, the cast of this movie is pretty good, honestly.
it is.
You've
But
got
Julia Roberts as Tinkerbell.
yeah. have you seen the some what apparently what Tinkerbell's going to look like in that I don't know,
Yes,
is that Peter Pan
don't like
movie
it.
is that Peter Pan movie going to be made by Disney?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I mean, we already got, I think, the best possible version of a live action Peter Pan movie back in 2003.
Yes, that
And,
was the best. Jeremy
yeah,
Setmeyer. He's grown out of it. He's so recognizable now.
yeah, and you know that movie wasn't made by Disney, and
No,
I don't think Disney's going to do it any better because their live
no.
action remakes
It's, it's,
tend to
it's gonna be
suck.
like the live action of the animation of Petty Pen anyway. If the live was like a remake live action kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't want that.
You know,
I don't want a soulless rehash.
no,
And
because they've not made like
and that's what these
a Pen.
and that's what these movies tend to be. Did you see The Lion King?
Yes,
God,
I've never seen like it, but never seen that.
I fucking hated that remake.
Yes, I'll burn that film. I love Peter Pan 2003. I love the animation that did Peter Pan Disney, but I love the 2003. I do believe in fairies. I do believe in fairies.
Yeah, I
I love
did.
this.
Yeah, I rewatched the 2003 movie fairly, you know, a little while ago. It holds up pretty well.
Really, is that me? Jeremy Stettmeyer. Oh, I'll date him
It's,
anytime.
I mean, I mean, as long as he's aged with you.
Yeah, his age. He's age. He's older now, so
Uh,
he's got his brown hair.
but then
He's
again,
so Texan now.
but
Southern
but
Texan.
then again, Peter Pan never grows up.
I know,
So
but he does.
so you're
He's something.
so you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so let's talk about like the rest of the cast. We have
Yeah.
Robin Williams as Peter Pan, who is
Then,
maybe we should talk about the premise of this movie.
yeah.
Do you want to do it?
Yes. Let's see. I've got my notes. So I do apologise. I got my notes here. Oh, so it's basically when Captain James Hook has kidnapped Peter Pan's children. It's when Captain Hook's kidnaps his children, and he doesn't have no memory of being Peter Pan. And all the like Randy and all that are grown up, and she has a child that like comes back. Yeah, pretty much. He lost his memory and he's trying to save his kids. And he's trying to he's trying to remember his Peter Pan. But he's an adult Peter Pan must return to Neverland, reclaim his youthful spirit in order to challenge his old enemy.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair. I think that's a fine synopsis for this movie.
Yes.
You know, as far as concepts go, I think you know Peter Pan, an adult Peter Pan, having forgotten, you know, his time on Neverland, returning to Neverland as an adult, is a pretty
Peter Pan.
yeah. I think that's a fine enough way to to return to this movie
Yes, it is.
or to return to this story.
Yes, it's got a good cast.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, you have Robin Williams as
And
Peter
Dustin
Pan.
Hoffman.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook,
Yeah.
and you've Bob Hoskins as Smee. Like we already
You
said,
got Maggie Smith.
Julia Roberts as fucking what's her name?
Yes.
Tinkerbell. Maggie Smith is in this. Who's she?
Yeah, she plays Granny Randy. She plays old Randy.
Guess I should have seen. Oh, guess I should have noticed, but I haven't seen this movie for a few years.
Randy has a daughter named Molly Banning.
Hey, you know something I can tell you about this movie.
Yes.
Okay, Dustin Hoffman and Bob Hoskins had a like a gentleman's agreement where they agreed that they would play their characters. Hey, let's play them gay. We won't say it, but we'll play it like that.
I just knew. I had a feeling with Mrs. Smith. I didn't know it was Captain Hook, but Mrs. Smith, no offense, like he's just like he's in the vibe.
I mean, I think that's a pretty. I think it goes to show that their acting
Yes.
worked
Even like
and worked in that regard, so that you kind of got that feeling before I explained it to you.
yes, because even like the animation is like even that kind of close. Like it had a vibe. Like he's like Captain Hook, Captain Hook. Oh my god! He's like he always runs after Captain Hook no matter what. Captain Hook be so mad.
Mhm.
Mr. Smith.
I will do it, Smee. I swear to you.
Yes. Yes, I just love it. He does anything for Captain Hook.
I think it's this might be one of, if not the only adaptation of Peter Pan where
Yes.
the actor for Peter Pan is actually taller than the actor for Captain Hook.
Yes.
Because
But I want to see Captain Hook as gay. He'd be like in as a secret.
yeah, well, that was the way they played it.
Yes.
Like
And plus,
I don't even know if Spielberg was in on the joke.
yeah, 'cause like I did not like the captain was okay. I like the captain. It's like I didn't know that's my Hoffman. When I watched this the first time, I knew it was, when I watched it the first time, I know it was Robert Williams, but I didn't know it was Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, so
Hopkins.
so what do you think this movie excels at?
I
I
give it as 100, like 90%.
No,
It's
no, you don't get it. What do you think this movie does? Why do you think this movie is overrated? I mean, underrated. I'm sorry.
underrated. Oh, it has its quirks.
Yeah. So, what are some? Okay. Well, like it said, what do you think this movie, does better than other Peter Pan movies?
It just it's Robert's William. Like I just grew up with watching him. Like I just love watching Peter Pan forget growing up, get married, has their own kids. You know what I mean? Have a normal life, and he totally forgot about it.
Apparently, one other actor who was considered for this role was Tom Hanks.
Oh no way!
I mean, but I don't know. I think that could have worked, but I think Robin
No.
Williams.
And plus, it's Rufus too.
Robin Williams wasn't a bad decision. Like, far from it.
Yes. Plus Plus you got Rufus in this hook as well. You got Rufus.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
I,
like,
I,
where's yes.
I don't think I really get the appeal of Rufus.
Yes, like he sacrificed himself. He sacrificed himself. I don't know if he's dead or not, but like he's alive or not. It's like he's like, he got stabbed because he got jealous of the Peter Pan. He didn't like him. He took over, but he does like, man. So now like, it is sad. Like it was like, where's Rufus now? So.
Okay, so what are some? Do you think there's anything else about this movie that it does better than anything else?
Does better. I love it. I love the Tinkerbell.
So you like Julia Roberts as Tinkerbell? That's
Yeah, I like
that's
it.
interesting. Do you want to say what you like about her as Tinkerbell?
She's okay.
Just okay. Okay, well, what?
She's okay. She's not the she's not the delicious type of Tinkerbell who gets jealous of Peter Pan.
Oh, is there anything? Oh no, is it so? Do you have anything else to say about Tinkerbell?
Not really, but she has a full of energy. She
Um,
encourages you to remember and like yes.
what do you think about Dustin Hoffman as Captain Hook?
He does good.
Do you think he's as far as
Better Hook.
as far as versions of Captain Hook, what are some how do you think he ranks among them? Versus Disney's version of Captain Hook or Jason Isaacs' version of Captain Hook.
do you know there's another movie called Pen?
Yeah, I know. Where he's played by Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that's not no.
I mean, I haven't really seen it,
Me either. I'm
but
gonna
but
watch it.
but from what I for but from what I have seen, I don't think I'd like it very much.
Yes. Let me see. If I like the 2003 Hook pulls it off.
I do think that
But
Jason.
he's good performance. I like it. The some he does, like running this hook is it just seems cringy, like because I'm older.
I do think.
It's like he just. I'm gonna say I'm live, but like
I mean,
certain people
I
call it.
mean, I do think that Jason Isaacs' version of Captain Hook works better as a villain.
Yes.
He's more
But,
sinister.
yeah, but with this hook, can I say this? He just seems like he's just Grim Jack, like. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I don't know, cause I saw a clip like months ago or a week ago, whatever, and I saw the clip. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Um. So Steven Spielberg himself is not a big fan of how this movie turned out.
Yes.
Which I think that's fair. I mean, every director has a movie that they or something that they're probably not where they didn't put their best foot forward.
Yeah, but I was good as a kid, but because I watched it, I'm like, in his message, like, he's gay. I'm like, as a joke kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, trying to forget he could have been his own dad.
Okay, so
He's not good, like,
so once again, this movie's score on Rotten Tomatoes is 29%. What do you think? What do you think it should be rated?
let's give it 80.
In 80%. Okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I'll give it 80.
And
What
you're saying?
would you?
I don't know. I think I need to watch this one more time, but maybe
Yes.
maybe I'd give it like a somewhere around 70.
Yeah. Not bad.
Like I said, I don't think it's a bad movie.
It's not.
I just it's just not Steven
Yes.
Spielberg's best. It's not the best
Best.
Spielberg movie. It's not the best Peter Pan movie. It's
Yeah.
just it's just a well-made if unexcellent movie.
Yes.
So
It is.
I think we can proceed now
Yeah.
because we're up to my first of my picks, which is Van Helsing.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah, so released in 2004.
Yes.
We did a commentary on this.
We did.
Yeah, maybe I'll splice in a little bit, for the episode.
Yes.
Okay, so let me pull up the scores for this movie as well, because we did that for fucking what's his name, Hook. Okay, on Rotten Tomato, let's start with IMDb. On IMDb, it has a score of 6 out of 10,
Yes.
which is lower than fucking what's it called, Hook. And its Rotten Tomatoes score is 24%,
Yeah.
which isn't
Not
around
that bad.
around the same as Hook.
Hook. Yeah, pretty much.
And the premise of this movie is Van Helsing is a monster hunter who has been assigned by the Roman Catholic Church, or rather the Vatican, to take down Dracula,
Pretty
who
much.
who also employs other various monsters.
Yes.
It's kind of a homage to the Universal monster movies.
Yeah.
It was directed by Stephen Sommers,
Yeah.
who also directed the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies.
Oh yes. I
Yeah.
love those.
Yeah, I haven't seen those for a few years. I need to give them a
It's
rewatch.
same.
I do remember liking them when I was growing up, though.
Yeah.
Um,
I do too.
so this movie gets a lot of flack over the years. I think it's just a very fun, kind of campy, like adventure action movie.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't offer a lot in the way of characterization, but what it does, and it doesn't really, I guess, excel at much, but it really,
Yes.
but
I like.
they put their work in.
Yes, plus, do you know Clint Banshee? Kate Beckinsale?
Yeah.
She done animals, so it's more like her first like monster monster film. She plays Selena as a vampire.
Oh yeah, she definitely. I mean, we talked. I
Yes.
mean, when we did our commentary of this movie, we mentioned the how it seemed like one of Dracula's brides just wanted to bang Kate Beckinsale.
Yes.
And I think a part of the reason of that, I think, is probably because the actress portraying Dracula's bride is a lesbian in real life,
Yeah.
and might have actually, been into Kate Beckinsale.
Yes. She's hot, Kate Beckinsale as Selena. Mwah.
Um, was her character's? Oh wait, you're talking about her character from fucking what's it called
Annabelle.
Underworld? Yeah.
Yes.
Her character in Van Helsing is Anna.
Yeah, I know. She's hot too, but like it's not Selena. Yeah. I like her in it as Anna. Don't get one.
Let's talk.
Like if she was is she a werewolf? No.
No. In this movie, she's just a human.
Yeah.
But like I said, this movie has it has Dracula, it has werewolves, it has
Yeah, it
Jekyll and Mr.
has zombies,
Hyde.
zombies.
I beg your pardon.
Does it have zombies? The
Um.
zombies Frankenstein.
Well, yeah, but I already mentioned Frankenstein.
Oh my bad.
I think I did.
Yeah, mummies. It has a lot of elements. They're missing some of them like witches. They have witches.
Out of all the adaptations out of all the movies I've seen that have featured Frankenstein, this one probably has the closest, the most book accurate depiction of Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he's intelligent and well spoken.
he's.
Yeah, monster. Who's the monster here?
Yeah. And past he lost his memory, so he doesn't recognize Dracula, and Dracula recognizes him.
I don't think that's true. I don't think they ever mentioned anything about him not having
Really?
having lost his memory.
I thought he did. Like I thought he did lost his memory because he doesn't know who Dracula was, and Dracula knows they have met in like previous lives.
I mean, in his first scene, he mentions that if he gets captured, Dracula will be able to use him to rebirth his children.
Oh,
I mean, that's why he
okay.
said like, if you value your lives, you will kill me now.
Yes. Plus, he turned into a werewolf anyway.
Yeah, Van Helsing did.
I know.
Yeah,
What a hottie.
in the climactic battle against fucking what's his name, Dracula, which was actually pretty cool.
It was.
Yeah, this movie.
I loved it.
Yeah, this movie actually has some pretty. I don't know if I'd say they're the best version.
CGI.
They're the best depictions of werewolves, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they are.
Like all these years later, the CGI used to realize the werewolves that still holds up pretty well.
Yeah, it does. It has moments of CGI, but it's still good. Like,
Oh yes, yeah. Not all of the CGI has aged spectacularly.
no.
Like sometimes the werewolves still look kind of cartoony.
Yes.
Like and we never learn anything about that first werewolf.
No. It didn't.
But
Yeah.
so what monster almost made the movie?
Which let me see. Let me guess. Monster. I say crow.
No. Like,
I'll guess again.
Okay.
What starts with?
Think classic.
Mummy.
I don't think so.
Think classic.
Like,
werewolf. Witches.
like remember, the director of this movie already made The Mummy.
Yeah, I know, but like, I'm like monsters. I'm thinking about monsters. But witches.
Well, okay, well, I'm just gonna answer the question now.
Just answer it.
Okay, originally, this movie was going to have the Gill Man.
Gilman?
Yeah, from the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, that one. That one. That one. He looks.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy they didn't use him though. I mean, this movie already had this movie is already stuffed with homages to Universal monsters. I don't think they needed another one.
No, they did that with Aliens vs Monsters.
Well, yeah, that's true. They did. I mean, I haven't thought about that movie for a long time.
I rewatched it. So good.
Maybe we can talk about that for another episode.
Yes.
But this movie, it has some good practical effects. Or rather sets. It has some good sets.
What was the soundtrack?
The soundtrack. I cannot believe I almost forgot about the soundtrack. I mean, the score is actually really good.
Yes.
It's written and composed by Alan Silvestri, who I think also did The Matrix.
Yeah.
It has this really cool like I mean seriously, like I wonder if the soundtrack album is available, like if it's ever been released, because that score, it's really kick ass.
Yeah, it would. It would.
I also like its depiction of I forget his name. I think it's Richard Burrow.
Yeah. Richard Burrow.
Buxbo. I don't know how to pronounce that, but he's portrayed. Like I said, he portrays Dracula. Yeah. And I don't think he's he's probably not the best version of Dracula, but he's he gives a very fun, over the top performance.
Yes.
And he's obviously having fun in the role.
Yeah.
Mariska, Mariska. Like, I can go way more over the top than that, but I'm not going to.
Yes.
We've also hold on, let me I was thinking if the soundtrack was ever it looks like it was released.
Yeah, sorry, I'm like turning my back down. I'm like,
So yeah, I guess we can just like Dark Phoenix, the score is probably the best part of this movie.
Yeah.
Except I wouldn't recommend watching Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix, is that Harry Potter?
No, that's X-Men.
Oh yeah, Dark Phoenix. Yeah, I love the movie. That was too. They rushed it all.
I mean,
they had to make new shorts and because it was meant to come in 2018, whatever, or 17, and they kept pushing back to reshorts. Then Disney bought Fox, and it's like, okay, we got reshorts again, like so many reshorts.
I think the fact that I needed to reshoot that movie a bunch of times shows that it wasn't going to be good.
Yes.
So
I love Jean Grey. I'll do
her. Okay, so this movie it has a like I said, once again, it has like a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'd probably give it around, like Hook, I'd probably give it like around a 70.
I'll just give it like 70 as well.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Like, I think this movie got way too much hate back in the day.
Yes.
And this movie is actually given a bit of a is looked upon more softly nowadays.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the next movie then. This is yours.
X-Men: The Last Stand. I wish I forgot about it already.
Also featuring Hugh Jackman.
Yes, 100%. And got Halle Berry.
Yep.
Pac-Man Stewart.
Yep.
What else? The guy who plays Randolph in it.
Yeah. Ian McKellen. So Ian McKellen.
McKellen.
Kelsey Grammer.
Yes.
Anna Paquin.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
Famke Jensen. Is that her name?
I think so. Yes.
Pretty
much.
This is your pick. So you set the stage.
So this movie, it tells you how the backstory of young Jean Grey and how she got into X-Mansion, and tells you like 10 years later she got herself like a Dark Phoenix inside of her. Isn't that right?
Sorry, I muted myself. I think you ought to mention the Cure plot.
Cure plot, yeah. I should do it. I got my notes. So I got my notes. So it's about where like the human government develops a cure for mutants, and Jean Grey becomes a darker, uncontrollable person called the Phoenix.
I'm just going to pull the scores again.
The scores, yeah. It's a good movie. I love it because I love Jean Grey.
Okay, so its score on Rotten Tomato, score on IMDb
oh, my bad, I can do that. Its score on
IMDb is 6.6.
6 points, yeah.
Yeah, which isn't great. 57% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is rotten.
Yes.
And so yeah, that's those are the scores most people care about.
Yeah, I do apologize.
So, what do you think this movie is? What do you think works about this movie?
I love Jean Grey. I love Dead Phoenix. This is before the new movie Phoenix came out. I just love Jean Grey. That's all. I love the Dark Phoenix. She's mwah.
Well,
but it's good.
What do you think? What do you think works about Jean Grey's character in this movie?
It's better than Sophie Turner.
In what way? In what ways?
Her eyes goes black, and she ended up killing she ended up stabbing herself at the very last.
I mean,
save humanity.
I mean, I do think that effect probably does aid to her performance, but what about something that only Famke Jensen can add to the character?
Pardon?
What does Famke Jensen specifically do that helps the character?
She just brought her the Phoenix. She brought her performance out.
That's so but how?
She doesn't say anything. She just pulls it like a villain.
Yeah, a good body. A good.
Like an anti-hero.
Yeah,
an
anti-hero. I think that's completely wrong.
Not anti-hero, like a villain.
Yeah, but yeah, well, no, not anti-hero, not even close.
Not anti-hero. She's like a villain.
I think you can say a tragic villain.
Tragic villain, you have to say a tragic villain that Magneto wants to use her, just destroy the world.
I do like that scene where, they go to this mutant meeting in I think it was an abandoned church where all these other mutants surround Magneto and they're like, "Where's your mark?" And so he pulls up his sleeve to reveal a like a series of numbers that were used on on Holocaust victims, and he was like, "I have been marked, and believe me, I'll never let the needle touch my skin again."
Yes,
Yeah,
that was good. I like how they introduced some more characters as well, like Key Pride.
that
I
was a
think she was.
that was a genuinely powerful moment.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think that Bryan Singer liked Elliot Page's performance well enough to
Yeah,
actually, bring him back
she
for
comes back.
yeah,
Yeah,
to
for
bring him back for Days of Future Past.
yes, I like. Yeah, it was good. I like the stepping in. Did they add the juggler in it as well?
I
Or that
beg
was
your,
the last one?
I beg your,
I
par-
like to have the added the juggler.
I beg
Oh,
your,
that was the last
I
one.
beg your pardon.
That the juggler, the one like a model man with the helmet.
The Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, yes. Oh my goodness, so bad. Like, did I leave this one?
Yeah, I think he had some. Yeah, I think he had some good
Yeah,
lines.
it has the guy has Scott Summers, the how he lost his wife or his girlfriend. Like he was crying upset.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Bitch, I know. So it's a good film. I enjoyed it.
What do you,
Greenland Queen. It has James. Like I just love it. I don't remember as much, but I just know I just love how because you see that photo right. You see them all in black, but at the back you will see Jean Grey character. Oh my god, it's like stands on the poster.
what do you think not works about this movie?
That works. It just doesn't work. It just like it needs to be rewritten again or reshoot.
How do you think this movie stands against the two preceding Bryan Singer directed X-Men movies?
The first one is okay, but this one was like this one needs work on. If he could do it again, he could like switch up this film again.
What improvements do you think you would have made?
Well, I mean, person made, I would have a better writing, crew, or have a better Dark Phoenix, even though it's like you have like CGI. I will have like I improve the villain, the story, the villain, the writing, the population. I would like introduce like other mutants as well. So, like have one tragic like character that passed away, and make the X-Men strong enough. Just like because Dark Phoenix, and they should run out of space as well. Because Dark Phoenix is most powerful mutant.
How would
Not
you
powerful, but
have
she's like powerful. Like yeah,
how would you have improved it though?
I would prove it like. I would just like make the story better and how like make
Yeah,
it
but
the
how? How? In what ways do you think it could have been improved?
it could be better like more like work onto the story and the
But
character.
how?
I was make I was fuck that's a good question. How I make it work. I do apologise. I will make it work. I'll make it work. I'll try to think something and make it work to make a better Dark Phoenix. I'll just like start from skate. I'll just change the story around, make it more tragic. Her background. I'll just make it a terrible accident that will cause. I don't know. It's a tough question. I'll just scrape the whole thing off and just restart and make it more better, suitable. I'll start from her tragic backstory to the accident became the Dark Phoenix.
You don't have anything specific. You don't think you
Yeah, I know.
you don't have anything specifically on the spot that you think can be added or subtracted from the film.
Yes, I'll subtract Angel. I'll subtract I put some good soundtrack. Soundtrack was okay, but could be better. Some improve. I will stop the ending with Magneto and bloody Professor X. It's like it's often it's come annoying. I will add them to work together to stop the Dark Phoenix.
Would you have killed off Professor X?
I would have Professor X. I would have and Charles not Charles and Magneto and putting like in. I'll kill off them and have another like young and be like Logan will be married to like say another partner. He'll like be the head they're being like Storm and Logan and Scott Summers will be like the head teachers of like the X Mansion. Beast Boy can be like do the politics side. Be like a lawyer like politician for the X Mansion for whatever for the mutants. Yeah, it just worked better. I see Kitty Pryde do whatever she wants. I don't know, she's sizzling. It's just like Kitty Pryde is a female, so she could do like some better, use her form powers. Rogue shouldn't get the cure for mutants. She should have kept it.
So this movie had a runtime of 100 minutes. Do you think that was enough time to really explore the plot and all the characters?
No.
Because this movie has like a lot of characters. I mean they're all on this poster.
Yeah, no, I see. I was just like I just cut them out, put the main ones in, and just put them out for the final boss, and there'll be explanation why they haven't been around. They've been like on our mission.
Apparently one of the people that were attached to direct this movie before Brett Ratner stepped in was Matthew Vaughn, who apparently planned on this movie running 40 minutes longer.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be awesome. Should have done it.
Yeah, probably would
should have done it.
Probably would have resulted in an overall stronger movie.
Yes, a stronger movie. Yes. Bang singing his name needs like. I don't know if he dropped it more or not, but he just needs to upstate his game.
Okay then, so
what do you rate it? Like, I'm just finished with this film.
I don't know. I think 57% is honestly probably what I'd give it.
I would give this 58, really 57.
Really, you'd still give it 57.
57 or 60?
Okay,
if
so
it was 60, I'll give it 60. Just put it in the final 60, yeah.
Okay, so it's only like the tiniest bit underrated.
Yeah, tiny bit, yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay then. So
oh no, actually, 65.
65. Okay, that's well,
that's
at least it wouldn't be rotten at that point.
No, it wouldn't.
And I don't know if I think this movie is actually worse than The Incredible Hulk.
It is, but like there's other X-Men movies that is worse than that Last Stand. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, sure, but this is probably the weakest of the first three movies.
Yes, it is. Yes, because it has Dark Phoenix. I love Dark Phoenix. She's my favorite X-Men character, and plus Jean Grey. You know what I mean? It's really like hard choice.
So let's move on to the next movie now.
Yeah.
And it goes back to me, and I actually forgot which is the other movie I'm talking about. It's Chapter 2.
Oh, it.
Okay, so I've seen the first movie, or rather the first, the movie that came out before this.
Yes.
And
I'll be back. I need to go to the toilet.
Okay, I'll wait.
apologise. I'm back.
That's fine.
I'm sorry, I do apologise.
Okay, so I've seen this movie and the one preceding it, and I've also read the book.
Yes.
So I have a few different angles to approach this movie from.
Yeah.
I guess we can also mention the Tim Curry movie.
Yes, that's like post-him.
So, I think it goes without saying that the movie preceding this is definitely the better of the two.
Yes.
Yeah, the movie is rated like I think like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nice, that's good.
Yeah, well, whereas this movie is rated like 60 or something.
Oh, is this one out there yet?
Yeah, so let me look it up.
Check it out. Yes.
Yeah, IMDb 6.5
Yeah.
and Rotten Tomatoes 62.
Yes.
Which
not bad.
which is fresh, but it's definitely not solid.
Yes.
And I think that's a little unfair. I mean, this movie is definitely it's definitely shakier than the one directly preceding it, but I don't think it's. I think it does its. I don't know. I think overall it works mostly pretty well.
Yeah, it does. I love it. I like it.
I mean, I wouldn't say I love it, but it's.
I don't love it, but I say I like it. I like it.
I mean, I think that as a continuation of the first movie, I think it does its job. The best it possibly can.
Yeah, it can.
Like
it's a good film. It's like see how the adults, the kids from the first one just grow up in the second phase. Like in 30 years, 25 years, it's last they'll move to town and they all kind of forget about it until someone like it says it is back.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to describe this movie.
Yeah, and they're trying to stop him there. It's like if anyone sees the TV show, like the Vision TV show, yeah, it's kind of like that. You see, you got the kids, and the halfway you got the adults.
Oh,
okay, with the books.
I like the poster.
Yeah, same me. Do you know what? You know the villain he plays. You know the actor who plays It.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, he's in he plays John Wick villain in the fourth one.
I think I also remember him being in the third one.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not too sure, but I know he's the fourth one. But he's like major villain in the fourth one.
I mean, I've pretty much only watched the first John Wick movie.
Yeah, you will like the second one. You should like if you got time, you can watch it. But the fourth one just made me cry.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes, yeah. It's good. I love it. Like Georgie. Do you want a bite?
Yeah, the first movie. I mean, let's stop talking about the first movie. Because okay. To talk about the first one for a little bit. Bill Skarsgård, I think, brings the character to a level that Tim Curry really couldn't. Not because Tim Curry didn't have the ability to bring it to that level, but because he was hampered because. That movie was it needed to air on like a network TV.
Yes.
And also because that movie overall it wasn't the best written, it wasn't the best directed.
No.
This like Bill Skarsgård just had way more just had way more working in his favor.
Yes, because his family are the best. He has the best actor families.
I don't think I can weigh in on that.
Yeah, he has like his families are actors, and it's like he's made for the role. He has the sinister look. As a villain.
He definitely does. I think he's the best person for the role.
Yes,
and
he's perfect.
He was genuinely great in the first movie. And he's still pretty damn great in the sequel.
Yes, he did. Would you like to see? Because they're doing so they got confirmed It's in production. It's production. They're doing a sequel of it. It's called Diary Lane.
I don't really. That doesn't really interest me.
Yeah, because it takes off like before the first film, like the character. Would you see the actor will come back? That he plays it.
I mean, probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's whatever. Whatever. If Skarsgård is in it, I hope I hope it's worth it to him. But I'm not gonna go on my way to watch it. I also, so here's an interesting bit of trivia. Before this movie was made, the child actors from the first movie were asked who they would want to portray their characters as adults. Yeah, I don't remember who. I don't remember who everyone asked for, but okay, wait, maybe I actually can remember, but I'm not gonna try. Two of those actors actually got who they wanted to portray them.
Yes.
I forget the name, but the actress for Beverly Marsh. She said she wanted Jessica Chastain to portray her, and and Finn Wolfhard, I remembered him. He actually wanted Bill Hader to portray his adult character.
Yes, and he got it.
Yeah, and he got him, and the actor that wanted Bill. Yeah, he wanted to be portrayed by Christian Bale.
Did he got it?
No, he didn't. He got James McAvoy.
Yes.
Which
James McAvoy. Yeah.
Which is I think James McAvoy is nothing to complain about.
Yes. And do you know?
And I have to say, all of those actors did a good job.
Yeah, they did a good job. Do you know there was a cameo of Stephen King?
Yes, I did. And honestly, I wasn't really into it.
I didn't know that was him as a shopkeeper.
I mean,
I think he did, but I don't know yet.
I mean, he doesn't really fit in the way that I don't know. He doesn't really fit in the way that like a Stanley cameo would.
Yes. Oh, Jack Ryan's in it as well. I forgot about Jack Ryan.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know who that is.
He played Ben Hapcon. He played the little big kid.
Yeah.
Ben from the film, he played the bigger version. He played the adult him.
I guess.
He's an actor. He was yes.
I guess I'm just not familiar enough with him.
No, plus he was Beauty and the Beast, the live action one with Kristen Kurtz, whatever the name is.
I mean, yeah, I didn't hate that movie the first time I saw it, but I suspect that if I gave it a rewatch, I would hate it.
It was a TV show, the TV series.
TV series?
Yeah, because they actually made, so they got the original Beauty and the Beast TV show came in the 90s, and they remade it 2014.
Oh, wow.
They remade the TV show in 2012.
Well, that's interesting, I guess, but we're getting sidetracked.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, some issues with this movie is, this movie is pretty long.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it, I don't think conceptually the 3-hour runtime is necessarily a bad thing, but I think the movie really struggles to justify it, and the plot kind of gets repetitive.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Another thing that's kind of worth mentioning is the final battle between the losers and it.
Yeah.
They have you have Pennywise as this like giant half spider.
Yeah.
Which is
that was it's a thing.
I mean, over the years, that's been a controversial aspect of like not just like the book, but also like the Tim Curry movie, and I'm even a not big fan of how it was done in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Tim Curry movie, they just fought a spider,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Much.
Tim Curry was disappointed in that because he felt that they should have fought it the clown.
Yes.
In this movie, it kind of seems like they try to split the difference and have him be half clown Pennywise with like some spider legs,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work. Not that great.
It's not.
Maybe if it started as them fight like maybe like a slightly bigger, stronger Pennywise.
Yeah. Be
Yeah.
like better.
Maybe like if Pennywise. However, how much taller Bill Skarsgård was than the child actors in the first movie.
Yes.
He was made to look that much taller than the adult actors. Like if it started that way, then like as the fight goes on, he gets damaged and as pieces of him break away and he kind of like
Wrapped it up.
yeah and he kind of like transforms over the course of the fight into like the giant spider. Maybe that would have worked as a reveal.
Yes.
But the way they kind of do it, like halfway in this movie, kind of it just seems, I don't know, it doesn't work that great.
No, it didn't.
But those are pretty like minor. Like this movie, it still works overall pretty well. Like Bill Skarsgård is still a terrifying presence.
Yes.
All the actors are, all the characters are explored pretty well.
Yeah.
Everyone is well cast, and they bring their and they do a good
Good
job. So like this movie is rated 62% of Rotten Tomatoes.
I'll give it like 70.
Hold on, let me guess. Let me look for the first one's Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yes.
And it's rated. And it's rated as 80. The first one is rated like 86 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so I'd probably give this one maybe like a 75.
Yeah.
Like maybe like on on other days I might rate it lower, but I don't know. I think 75 is probably the highest this movie can reach.
Yeah.
So it's your turn now.
Mama's turn. Dun dun dun. Wolf Creek.
I haven't seen this movie, so you go.
This, my apologize. I forgot about Wolf Creek because I thought it was Daredevil. My bad. My apologies.
Oh, I just talk about what you remember.
Yeah, I know, Wolf Creek, I know. So, Wolf Creek is a horror like tales of a backpacking friends out in Australia, runners who car breaks down and they accept help from a erratic local who turns out to be a tourist hunting maniac. The car has like John Jarrett, Greg Ling. None of them I heard of. It's based on a true story that happened in Australia, but I think it's based on so it's based on like the Australian backpacker. What's it called? I do apologise for this. John Chopper. Oh my goodness. I do got a cat. I do apologise. I think John. Oh my god, I forgot his name. I think it was based on a true story. Called I can't. Pronounce his name. Who was Ivan Malat? I think so, but I have to clarify it because I could be wrong. And it has the score on the I do apologize. Sorry, guys. So IMDb has 6.2 out of 10, and Rotten Tomato has 54%, and the Letterboxd is 3 out of 5. It's not a killer. It's a horror film. It has score, and the budget was like Australian dollars, like $1.4 million. I only saw this twice because I didn't like the second one. The second one was shit. So
So what do you think?
Basically, I just found out. So it's not directly based on a true story, although the titles at the start saying based on the actual events. What are you about to say, Gwen?
Kind of sounds like it kind of had a similar thing to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, it does. But it's suggested that by the party that gives some details of the backpacker murder committed by Ivan Malat in the 1990s, and those murderers.
So what do you think this movie does?
Pretty much.
So what do you think this movie does well?
It has horror. It has gore. It has good writing. I watched this as a teen. Like I only saw this once or twice when I was a teenager. I saw it twice. Once or twice, either way. I loved it. I still remember watching it. Bro, that freaked me out. Having a person on a hook. I'm like, well, it's a good film. I enjoyed it. The second one, I like. It's another TV show, but I like it. The actor John Garrett, he does amazing job as a serial killer.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Anything else?
And do you have any questions about the film, mate?
No. I kind of just want you to describe the movie as best as you can.
So basically, there's two ways. Got lost middle of that back, and this serial killer supposed to be helping them out. They didn't know he was a serial killer, whatever. They thought that was a nice guy. He kidnapped them and tortured them. Yeah, pretty much.
So what's this movie called?
And there's one survivor.
So what's this movie called? Wolf Creek.
The reason why Wolf Creek is that's a good question.
Do you have an idea why it's called Wolf Creek?
Yes, I like to see. So basically, it was actually the why part of the films is set in a rural location. However, the actual Meteor Wally's crater location is the Wolf Creek, and it's basically, I think it's basically based on the rural location of Wolf Creek. It's based in the north and western Australia.
So Wolf Creek is a real place?
Yeah, it's all type of location, yes, in the north and western Australia.
Okay then.
Yes. It's like South Horse Creek, yeah. So it is based on the local stuff, yeah. So basically there's a Wolf Creek crater, so yeah. I didn't know that.
So what do you think this movie could have done better?
It could have done it, have more killers, more gore stuff. Let's see, the story should have more they shouldn't get lost. They should have add a bit more to the stories. But they should add more stuff to it, better details, they should have like met the killer before they go to a pub, meet the killer, then going to like have a stop and he was driving past. There's like Olsen's family. You mean instead of like got stuck and you mean they should have like done it like the Wolf Creek. Let's see how it goes.
And what do you think?
And it goes for like 1 hour and 39 minutes. They should have more time to like. They should have more. They should have more more things to it. So it's when Australian tourists Australian tourists like had a car breaks down and if they accept the help from a local, it turns out
What movies would you compare this with? What would you think this?
Texas Massacre.
Okay, yeah.
But
what else?
Without the chainsaw.
I guess so.
Yes.
What else?
Yeah. Let me see. Some trivia questions which I don't know. Oh my god. I do apologise. I should be a bit planning. Because I thought it was Daredevil. My bad. I didn't think it's 3.
I mean, you said Wolf Creek.
Yeah, no, but I forgot about it. Because I came to the hospital a couple of days ago.
I mean, yeah, but you could have like checked your messages.
Yeah, I should have. I was so stupid.
I mean,
So
don't say that.
Guess what? Do you know your favorite director?
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, that's his favorite. Wolf Creek is one of his favorite film. Horror film.
Since 1990. Oh, one of his favorite horror movies.
Yeah, that's his favorite horror movie.
Oh,
yes.
That's interesting. I wonder why.
Yeah, same. But the film was shot entirely chronology.
Chronological order.
Yeah, it was an order. Yes.
Yeah, just like The Sixth Sense.
Yes, it did. Yes. Pretty much. It is. So I'll give this like. So this is the production, right? So in the USA, the 38 million production intentionally made over $15.8 million.
On a budget of what?
A budget of. Let's see, I do apologise for these people because budget was Australian dollars, 1.4 million.
Oh, okay.
So the box office Australia made 45. This is a currency. So Australia made 45 million at the box office, but the US made $27.7 million.
Oh, that's I'm gonna have to look that up because that's pretty impressive.
It is.
Is there anything else you have to say about this?
The screenplay and the inspiration for this film came from Ivan Milat, who killed he was a killer in New South Wales in the lady between 1989 between to 1993. So that was inspired by that of Ivan Milat.
Okay then.
Yeah, pretty much. And Ivan Milat passed away 2019.
Okay.
There's a picture. I can't show my screen. There's a picture of Wolf Creek crater is featured where they're filming as well.
Yeah.
I can't show the picture. Oh, I can show the picture. but it's not gonna be good as.
I mean, you can't really. You no point showing me it because nobody will see it.
That.
I can't see it very well,
Oh yeah.
and you won't be able to show it to anyone because OBS isn't set up that way.
Yeah, I
So let's. Is there anything else you have to say about this movie?
Not really about you. The only my questions like.
No, I kind of just hoping you can speak a bit more coherently this time.
Yes.
And I have to say you did.
Yes, I should much prepared. Yeah.
So I guess we can go up to the last movie now.
Yes.
And it's I think you'll be familiar with this.
Spider-Man 3.
Yep, Spider-Man 3.
I like at the time I loved it. Like it was. I was a kid. I don't really care about I was a kid. When I was watching it, I was a kid, teenager. I didn't really care about the writing, the whatever, but I still loved it no matter what. It has Venom. It has the black suit.
Okay, so Spider-Man, the first two movies, they're both great.
They were amazing. Spider-Man, especially Spider-Man 2. Yes.
Spider-Man 3, even though the first two movies did really well under Sam Raimi's direction,
Yes.
Sony suddenly felt the need to really get in on
Pushed it.
really decided to really get on Sam Raimi's back with this third movie and really interfered with it.
They fucked it like that. They had too much villains. My problem was they had too much villains.
It wasn't just the number of villains. I mean, there was just way too much plot going on with this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have Peter Parker and Mary Jane. Peter Parker. Hold on. Let me go over it. Peter Parker and Mary Jane's relationship. Harry losing his memory. Sandman. Venom, the Black Suit, Eddie Brock, Gwen Stacy. I mean, the screenwriter actually wanted this to be 2 movies.
Really?
Yeah, and you know what? It might have been better if it was 2 movies.
Yes, that would
because
be awesome.
This movie is way overstuffed.
Yes.
It really struggles to give everyone a decent amount of screen time.
Yes, it did.
I think Sandman suffers the most.
Yep.
Because Thomas Hayden Church does everything within his power to make Sandman work, but there's just too little for him to work with and too little time dedicated to him.
Yeah. Didn't he came back in the Tom Holland one?
Yes, he did.
Yes, yeah.
And he I liked him in the Tom Holland movie.
Yes.
And he wasn't necessarily bad in this movie. He was just kind of treated badly.
Yes, he was. He was trying to save his daughter. His daughter's dying. And needs money for the operation.
Which is fine in terms of motivation. It's just that unless you're dedicating enough time to it, it's just going to be kind of a waste of time.
Yes, and we also forgot that Sandman killed killed his uncle.
That was I don't think I like that retcon.
No, me either.
I mean, I prefer to just be I just prefer to be a random mugging.
Yes, 100%.
So let's talk about the so its IMDb score 6.3.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes score 63%.
Yeah.
And the Metacritic 59%.
Yes.
So all pretty uniform. Even though this movie's being judged more kindly nowadays, it is seen as the worst of the Raimi movies.
Yes, and plus.
And I kind of agree.
And don't forget the foul meme. dark Peter Parker dance move.
Oh yeah, Bully Maguire.
Yes. Bully Maguire.
I have to say, this okay, those memes justifies this movie's existence.
Yes.
Like, do you ever see the Star Wars one?
Yep.
And once more we'll rule the galaxy.
Yeah.
And we shall have peace. Could you pay me in advance? No.
Yes.
I need the money. Do it!
Yeah.
You people have to watch that. Stop this video and open up and search for on YouTube. Bully Maguire executes Order 66. It's really great.
It is.
Okay, what else does this movie not do so well? The first two movies were composed by what's his name, Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
He is my favorite film composer.
Yeah.
But he kind of had a falling out with Sam Raimi, and left on this movie.
Oh really?
Yeah, and the score suffers without Danny Elfman.
Yes.
Like, they did use the themes that he composed for the first two movies in this one, but any new pieces of music pales in comparison.
Yes, it did.
Luckily, I guess lucky for the both of them, Sam Raimi and Danny Elfman seem to have, rekindled the professional relationship, because Danny Elfman did compose the score for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, it did. With the master, Sammy Raimi and Hamas, and them have came on terms.
Yeah, and that movie probably had one of, if not the best scores of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And it has Bruce Campbell as well, like Kimio.
Oh yeah, and he's in this one as well.
Yes, just like in every Sammy Raimi movie because of the Evil Dead.
Yeah, he's so much fun in this movie.
Yes.
Do you think there was this rumor, or I guess headcanon, that he was actually portraying Mysterio?
Really?
Yeah, that's why he's a different character in every movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but what do you think is better, that he's secretly Mysterio, or that he's just an incompetent, or that he's just some loser that gets fired all the time?
I think he was. I think he was Mysterio.
I guess we'll never know, since we're not getting
Yes.
since Raimi's not making a fourth Spider-Man.
Yes, what about Elizabeth Bank character, Betty. She plays the role as secretary.
I'm sorry?
She plays the role as a secretary for James Earl Jones.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I guess we're gonna talk about what works about this movie now. Okay.
Yes.
The plot is overstuffed. The music is a step down. Sandman doesn't Sandman is kind of superfluous, and Venom is tacked on. Okay, what does work? The acting is good from everyone.
Yes.
Tobey Maguire is probably still the best Spider-Man.
Yes.
I think his characterization of Peter Parker suffers because he plays Peter Parker as the exact same nerd that he was in the first two movies.
Yes.
He's fought rich maniacs and mad scientists. That shit changes you. He shouldn't be exactly the same as he was in the first movie.
No.
But his performance as like Bully Maguire works really well.
Yes.
J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson is probably one of the best comic book movie castings of all time.
100%. I so agree.
Like, there's a reason they never recast him.
Yes, he was actually in the new Spider-Man as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know.
I'm
Which,
like,
which like goes to show he is irreplaceable.
100%.
Like, like he's too J.
He's too
Jonah.
good.
He's too J. Jonah Jameson. What Christopher Reeves is to Superman.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, what Robert Downey Jr. is to Iron Man.
And man, I.
What Hugh Jackman is to Wolverine.
Yes, 100%. I do get. Yeah.
Um, let's see. Some of the some of the fight scenes are pretty good.
Yes, so.
Even though I do think that the CG, it's pretty it does use CGI as kind of a crutch.
Yes.
But I don't think it really affects the creativity.
No, it doesn't.
I think the Harry losing his memory is kind of contrived, even though I think
Yes,
James Franco does a good job.
yes, he does. Even though, like, he had it, like, Mary Jane and her. Mary Jane was like, not bad. Like Mary Jane. I don't know. It's like Mary Jane's went through so much. She went back with Harry. They kiss. Then like it was all about her in the third film. I don't know. I feel like it was all about her. Like she didn't support Peter when she needed Peter.
Yeah, I think there was definitely a.
Yeah.
I mean, one idea that Sam Raimi spoke about for having in this movie is that he wanted to portray Peter Parker as more flawed.
Yeah.
And I don't think that really. I don't know. I don't think it really came through in this movie. At least not without the. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of seems like somebody wanted the black suit to do all the work, and I think that might have been to Peter Parker's detriment as a character.
Yeah.
Like it removes some of his agency.
Yes. This movie's anger. Plus, you know what? When Spider-Man kiss Gwen Stacy, she didn't like it. That's her special kiss. But again, she that classifies cheating, and again she does cheating back to Harry. Like, because if he reveals Peter Parker Spider-Man, you know what I mean?
I mean,
done.
she did. Yeah, but after the fact, she did admit that it was a mistake and left Harry without taking it any further.
Yeah.
So yeah, shitty, but it could have been worse.
Yes, and like his memory, look, we got Willem Dafoe as a Green Goblin coming back as a voice.
First, we attack his heart.
Yeah, cause and they got the Black Spider like Bully Maguire versus the Goblin Harry as a Goblin, and he rubs his face and he feels and he's but let's say he knows what's going on.
I think there were better ways to make this movie, but overall, I wouldn't say it's terrible.
What do you think of Eddie Brock? Do you prefer this Eddie Brock or the Eddie Brock in Venom?
I've only seen the first Venom, and
I know.
I think Topher Grace is more of a well-rounded character.
Yes. I prefer Eddie the Venom movie, the first film of that. If they had the budget like they did with the 2018 Venom with Tom Hardy.
I mean,
and it's very better than
I don't know. I don't think Venom has ever been done very well on screen.
Yes.
No, I haven't seen the Carnage movie. Maybe he's good there, but I'm gonna hold off. But I'm gonna hold off.
They're finally doing a final Venom movie.
I mean, we're probably gonna get more Venom movies after that.
Only if like, cause I know that's Tom Hardy last one.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know, there's money to be.
Yeah, there could be others.
But if there's money to be made, there's probably gonna be more.
Yes.
So I'd probably give this movie a, it's rated like 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'd probably give it like a, maybe around a 70 again, like 70, like 75 at most.
You stole mine. I was about to say 75.
Well, if I'm feeling,
joking,
I know,
I'm
if I'm feeling harsh, I'd probably give it a something below 75. But at the nicest, I'd give it a 75.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give 75 as well.
Yeah. So I guess that's the I guess that's our episode on underrated movies, guys. Thanks
yes,
for watching.
If you like,
How many last words, V?
so if you like this, if you like this pod, if you like this, if you like us on this, just leave a comment.
Oh yes, please give us
Yes,
that.
we love your feedback.
Yeah, give us that sweet engagement. What's some movies that you think are underrated?
Yes. Or
Yeah.
just give us some feedback that we need to be improved on.
Yeah, you agree, disagree, let us know. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.